Hi, so I've got some good news for you, and the good news is that from the 27th of September through to the 2nd or 3rd of October, we would have one Ghanaian fashion designer go all the way to Paris, yes, to represent Ghana, to, showcase their wares, to showcase their designs, and they get to showcase that alongside some renowned designers. So talk about Ralph Lauren, you talk about Gucci, and all the big names that you've heard. They join them for this fashion week, and this is all by the courtesy of the African Fashion Fund. And I'm going to be speaking to the CEO, Roberta Annan, who will tell us more about it and how we get to fly one Ghanaian designer all the way to France. Hello.
Hello.
So I'm sure you're looking at me and like, okay, I'm so excited about this because we have a lot of designers here in Ghana, and so the initiative sounds like one that most Ghanaian designers will be interested in. So how did it come about?
So, thank you so much for the opportunity. I started the African Fashion Fund in 2014. After I worked, I was at the United Nations when I started it. I was working at the United Nations, and I worked on a special issue that Vogue Italia did called Rebranding Africa. And it was basically looking at a way to showcase Africa in a different light than what the media normally portrays Africa to. And I wanted to be part of this project. So I worked with the editor-in-chief, the late editor-in-chief of Vogue Italia called Franca Sozani, who was Italian. And we did a six-nation Africa tour. And she came up with this beautiful magazine that really just gave the platform to designers here. And after that, I wanted to do a bit more, because one thing is giving exposure to designers, but the other is to really support them and to support their businesses thrive. So I started a foundation as a platform that not only builds a capacity, but also offers education and opportunity for designers. And since then, we've supported a few designers by placing them with established fashion brands all over fashion cities in the
These are
world.
Ghanaian designers who are based here in Ghana.
We've mainly worked with Nigerian designers,
Wow.
but this year we are very excited to be launching this campaign here so we can do more in Ghana. And we also have a fashion incubator that we're setting up with Parsons, which is one of the renowned universities of design in the world. And we're setting up an incubator with them in January 2019, as well as a certificate program. So we are going to be giving a Ghanaian designer an opportunity to get a Parsons certificate, which is, I think,
It's a great deal, yeah. Yes, and then I'm thinking, maybe you must have been following designs here in Ghana to have thought about, the need to give these young ones the opportunity. Tell me what you've seen so far.
I think there's great talent here, and like you said, even just the recent posts that we've seen on the platform for our events, there's so much talent here. People, and we have vibrant colors. And I think one thing that I need to mention is that the African fashion scene itself, it's also becoming very big on the international scene. So you have a lot of designers that are actually showcasing African designers, African prints, but in their collections. But then we don't see a lot of our designers outside. So we are giving the opportunity and the platform for our designers to actually showcase their work outside, and also even to be seen in stores. In New York and London, you should be able to walk to one of the big retailers and buy something from Ghana, or made by an African designer, and it should also have the same quality that you would find if you were dealing with a designer.
Now, talking about quality, and it's very, very essential, do you think that we have what it takes to meet or match up with these renowned designers that these, or the very lucky Ghanaian will find themselves with? Do you think that we have what it takes? Because most often, that's why people shy away from buying African products.
Yeah, the opportunity to the quality control issue is something that needs to be addressed, and that is why we're also doing the incubator, so that we can support the designers to look at quality control and doing designs that can actually be sold internationally, and how they can even look at the industry, because the design alone and creativity is one thing, but having the business acumen to be a fashion designer and to maintain your books and, to do it properly, it's a different ball game. So we need to be able to add the business to the creative so that we can then build brands that can flourish when they go outside. And that includes capital. You need money. You need money to be able to have a business. You need to be able to maintain your production. You need to be able to meet deadlines of the retailer. So if you're selling your things in Barney's in New York, you need to be able to, they have, deadlines, and you need to be able to meet that. So we're teaching all the designers all of these things and also providing them with the tools, helping them raise funding so that they can support their businesses. So it's like a holistic approach. Yeah.
And for us here in Multimedia, the reason we are so excited is that this has been done in partnership with one of our stations, Joy FM. And so Joy FM is a sole partner with the African Fashion Fund. And Joy FM gets to, announce the winner will be done on Joy FM. So you need to, stick and stay, listen to Joy, get to know what's happening. But now I'm sure that somebody watching this interview will be like, oh, maybe they're looking for very grassroots designers. They're not looking for established brands. So who exactly are we looking for?
No, we're looking for established brands because it's Paris Fashion Week and there will be established brands there. So I think giving the Ghanaian designer here an opportunity to mingle and to meet other designers and to see how they showcase their work to the international buyers and, the press is key. And I think it's something they can bring home and obviously, and also contacts that they can make that would take them a long way. To participate in this program,
I was going to say that because I was going to say, so of all the people, how do we then settle on one? So maybe now we get to, how do you participate? What chances does anybody stand?
Yeah, so you need to, the number, we're taking entries on 0243 536469. Again, 0243 536469. Also, you can post short videos, about 45 seconds long, and photos on Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter. Just remember to hashtag African Fashion Fund and Tailored Africa 2018.
So first you hashtag Africa Fashion Fund, and then another hashtag is Tailored 2018.
Tailored Africa 2018.
Okay, so these two hashtags, and then what happens?
And then we will, obviously we'll have a few posts. We'll shortlist. The deadline is the 31st of August 2018. Then we'll select 10 designers, and these designers will be able to present their work to a panel of seasoned fashion designers or people that are interested in fashion in general, but experienced. And they will bring their work in. They will also be allowed to bring in a model. Yes, so we'll be judging you on, how confident you are and how articulate you are in describing your design to the panel of judges. And then we will invite your model in, and then we can judge you on how you've done your quality, the quality control. So how, you've done your stitching, how it's presented, how the finishing is done. And then we'll make a selection.
Are there different cuts? Say, are they doing bridal? Do you have, styles that you're going to give these models after they've done this short video so that they, because some people specialize in certain fields and they don't specialize in others. So are you just letting them to bring their creativity to bear, or you're going to give them exact things to do?
So at this point, we want people to just use their creativity to come up with a piece. So we're not giving any strict rules and regulations on the type of fashion we want to see. So you could be somebody that is great at making wedding gowns. We like to see it. We like to see from thought process, creative on sketch to the model.
Oh, we're going to do sketch as well.
So initially, the post that you are putting out there, make sure that we see your design in its original form, and then what it looks like, the final piece looks like.
So it's not like something you've already designed and you're going to show to us. You need to start from scratch.
Because we need to understand how you think about fashion and how you think about your ideas, what things influence your ideas, and then how you're able to put that together. We also look at how you combine colors, so all those things matter.
Wow, this sounds really interesting. And I made mention of Joy FM. You haven't said that yourself. So let them know that, you enjoy and you're going to be doing this. Well, maybe any reason you decide to partner Joy?
Yes, I believe in the authenticity of the brand. And then also we wanted the brand affiliation because, like I said, we've been doing things outside of Ghana, and this is our first time doing this. We wanted to be affiliated with an authentic brand like the Multimedia Group and Joy FM, obviously, to be able to select and do it properly, so that we give. It's like a fair and equitable process to pick somebody rather than just picking people that we know. So that is why we decided to partner with Joy.
This one person must be extremely lucky, and this must be well deserved. And I'm like, okay, so why just one person? Why did we have two people? I don't know.
Well, it's Paris. And we want to give one designer a shot. And, we can look at other things. I mean, we'll be coming up with so many different campaigns and projects. So just, follow us on Twitter, on Instagram, on Facebook, African Fashion Fund. You see that we have a few things going on. So if you're not able to participate, for this particular project, you can definitely look at what we're doing.
I want you to look in the camera and give that person one reason. They've heard you talk about it, but just one reason, and the opportunities that they will miss out on if they don't participate in this African Fashion Fund, sorry.
So basically, please don't hesitate to post your videos and your photos. This is an amazing opportunity to meet established brands, the biggest brands in this world, in Paris, and then also to be able to participate at the Change Now Summit, which is under the high patronage of the President of France, Emmanuel Macron himself. So I think it's a good opportunity to be at the summit, meet designers, see Paris, get a bit of an inspiration for your next collection. Don't hesitate. Post your videos and your photos.
And you're there for a week or so.
Yes, 1 week in Paris. Should be very exciting.
Very, very exciting, and I'm sure that they would love to have this experience. So once again, take a photo, take a video, post with the hashtag African Fashion Fund, hashtag
Tailored Africa 2018.
Is that easy? And then when do we get to know when the first 10 or the ones who make the cut will be announced?
So they'll be contacted individually, actually. We're not making an announcement. The winner will be announced. But on the 31st is the cutoff, and shortly after that, the top 10 will be...
So from now to the 31st, you have all the time it takes to do this. Please do so, and she'll see you in Paris.
See you in Paris.
All right, thank you very much.